Greetings everyone, this is the Great Rick here, and today I woke up to some pretty good news. So, as everyone in the community has probably seen, we have gotten a localization of Fire Emblem 1 for the first time ever in the States. And I say first time ever because Shadow Dragon and Fire Emblem 1 are different games. Yes, Fire Emblem 11 is a remake, but that's besides the point here. But this is pretty big news because, well, for the longest time, Fire Emblem's 30th anniversary seemed to have been forgotten about. It seemed like we had no, respect for it. We got a Heroes announcement, but that was jack shit compared to what was really, really going to be anything birthday related. Because Fire Emblem Heroes is not the entire franchise, despite what some people want to think. But what we have finally gotten is a Fire Emblem 1 release for the Virtual Console. So, now that we have that out of the way, goddamn, what was I gonna say? Sorry, this is a bit of an unscripted video, but, yeah, it's an unscripted video, but I'm pretty excited since, well, Fire Emblem 1 is one of the games I actually like. It's kind of straight in the middle for me because as someone that's played the game about 4 times, I can say it has its own unique charm as the first game ever made for the Fire Emblem franchise. Of course, there's some things I do want to talk about because they did add some really good quality of life features, like, the ability to fast forward, the ability to rewind, and all that, which is all amazing because I know that'll be freaking great. Like, goddamn. But yeah, but also another thing that I'm really interested in is that special edition that's gonna come out soon enough. But anyway, there's one more thing I want to talk about here, and that's one thing that ultimately concerns me. It all looks great, the Fire Emblem first re-release, all that shit, the collector's edition, which I'm getting, because God knows I can't miss out on that fucking The Power of the Map, or that book that's coming with it. But the one thing that they didn't say on trailer that other people found through the website is, well, it's going to be completely limited release, which limited release is just fucking stupid. Like, they did it with the Mario game, like the Mario 3D Star Collection, 3D All-Star Collection, and I just don't get the point of that. Like, why release it digitally for a limited time? I get physical releases, like that collector's edition. That's going to be a valuable item. Like, no fucking way, it's not going to. I can understand making that limited so that, like, you can get money off of it, and you don't have to print a lot, so it becomes slightly more valuable, like, especially when, like, shady fucks like Best Buy will hold copies if they are available via Best Buy. We don't know jack shit yet, but honestly, limited release is such a horrible idea. Like, hell, digital only is such a it doesn't even come with a fucking cartridge. It just comes with a code for the game, which is even worse because I've been holding off on this rant for a while, but digital only is one of the worst things to happen to the game industry. Like, it's been a bad thing since fucking 2010. Like, in the 2010s, we got Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the video game, which, well, that game was amazing, but then they decided to take it off the stores, and we couldn't get it ever again until the new re-release that's coming out, which is still digital, and people are still praising it, which I'm just like, how dumb are you people? Like, seriously, what the fuck? What the fuck? We gotta, like, I'm not against the Fire Emblem re-release at all. In fact, I'm excited. But we gotta acknowledge that this limited release is not a good idea. we also, like, I will say, at least it benefits from not having a Nintendo 64 game attached to it, unlike the Mario collection. But yeah, I'm just still cautious about that. Like, here's the thing: the digital only things are much more easier to be removed now. Like, do you guys remember PT Silent Hills PT in 2014 when Konami decided to cancel that and is just like, hey, no more PT. We're going to actively also download an update to remove it from your consoles. Something that, it's only been done once, but now, who knows? It could easily be done more. Like, who knows? Maybe they're like, we only wanted this to be limited release, and we don't want this on the store anymore because people didn't like it because they're fucking idiots. The Fire Emblem 1 collection, Fire Emblem and the Mario 64 thing, they removed that digitally from the store. At least the Mario people still have a cartridge, though. But with Fire Emblem, if they decide to do that, and they also decide that, hey, we can do the Silent Hill strategy, which I know I'm being paranoid at this point, but this has all been concerns I've had with the digital age for forever, that we could lose. We could lose that game forever. It's like, oh, hey, we're going to have, this gone just in time. But hey, now that Fire Emblem 1's gone, here's Gaiden. Oh, Gaiden's now gone. Here's FE3. Like, they can siphon the money, take it from us, and then, like, release a new product, and we'd all be suckers for it. Until, like, we're not, and then they decide, oh, Fire Emblem, it's not worth it, and we never get, like... Because that's another thing companies do. It's like, they'll release a bad practice or a bad game, like, they'll do a limited release to see if people gauge interest, and then people will be against the idea of the limited release again, rightfully so. And, well, then they're like, oh, the series isn't profitable anymore, and just stop doing games for it. Like, look at Dissidia. Like, look up Final Fantasy Dissidia NT. That game was awful. The other games in the series are amazing. But because NT, they banked on NT so much and didn't put enough effort into actually making a good game, people railed on it, people dropped it like flies, and they were like, it's not profitable anymore, which is not true. They just needed to release a new version that is more like the original Dissidia games, a mix of RPG and combat, which I know I'm rambling at this point, but this made me really start thinking about it. Like, again, I'm getting that collector's edition. I'm excited to. I'm glad that that Fire Emblem did not forget. Everyone was like, "Oh, they just didn't care to do a 30th anniversary," but no, they did not forget. They, in fact, remembered and did this kind of awesome thing of re-releasing the first ever Final. I keep saying Final Fantasy when I mean Fire Emblem. This is what happens when I'm unscripted, but yeah. Released the first ever Fire Emblem game to the West, which is a big milestone, given that, we have Shadow Dragon, which I love personally, but honestly, to see the other games get, like, their re-release, like, also forgive the light, because it's like 3 p.m. here, and my computer's right in front of a fucking window. But yeah, I'm personally both excited and concerned for it. I hope that this does not become the norm. Limited release does not become the norm, because if it becomes the norm, then we can just... Then here's the thing. People will miss out on these games. It's like, not... Especially because during this time, it's kind of a bad idea, because here's the thing. With the virus that's going on, everyone is limited on what they can spend for, and I know it's only gonna be $6, but Fire Emblem fans will want to spend, like, will want that collector's edition, will want that freaking, will want the game itself, but $6 is still $6. So, honestly, I stand by vote with your wallet as as an idea of like, if you don't want it, don't buy it. But at the same time, companies have now been using that strategy against us to be like, oh, our bad idea was not liked, therefore this was not liked, so we're not going to release any translations of the older games or any new games in a series. They're not. They're still gonna make new Fire Emblem games. Don't get me wrong, because the newer games sell like hotcakes. Like fucking Awakening, Fate, Three Houses. I want to say Echoes, but Echoes was a remake that they knew wasn't gonna sell as well as the other games, but still. But I think I've rambled on enough. So this has been the Great Riek. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you guys think I'm being a bit ridiculous. And I will see you guys next time. Maybe with that Fire Emblem 4 video I've been working on.